Hello everyone. In this video we will see file handling in Python exercise. Right now there are 10 questions. I will answer all of them. Right now the first question is differentiate between text and a binary file, and second one is read line and a read lines, and write line. Now I provided a very short answer. Text file is a human readable character TXT file. You can read it if you open in a text file or any text editor. Whereas binary files are made up of non-human readable characters. In our previous video we saw .dat, right? In that we cannot, if I open a text editor, we cannot read those. So those kind of files are binary files and require specific program. Okay, this is the about the difference. Now next difference is about read line and read line. So read is a single line, right? This one is a multiple one, and returns single string. Here it is a list of string. So it's a single, this one is a multiple. Now third one is a same thing like a write a string to a file, write list of string to a file. This is the difference between these two. Right, now we go to the second question. This one is write and use the syntax for the following methods. This one is just a theoretical answer, so you can refer your textbook from. So I just say read from your textbook. Right, now I go to the third one. Now they are asking you to open a file in a different format, right? We will see one by one. Now we need to open a text file in both and read write mode. So I say R plus. You can have a read as well as write, right? Now same thing, binary file in write mode. So this one stands for B stands for binary, W is write mode. Similarly, I want to open try.txt in append mode and read mode. Then I mention A plus. Same thing for binary file, read only. So RB. R stands for read, B stands for binary. This is the answer for the third question. Now we move on to the fourth one. This is a question related to closing the file, whether it is advised. This is the first question. Second one is what will happen if you do not close it, and whether it will throw some error if you don't close. Now what is the answer for this? Now first A and B is quite similar answers. What will happen if you don't close? Data loss may occur, file may corrupt, or memory leak, because when you don't close, when you open a file, it will occupy a memory. So if you don't close, the memory will be occupied still even if you don't use that file. Okay, now last question is whether any error message will flash. No, error message will not be flashed. Okay, and this is about the question number 4. Now question number 5. What is the difference between the following set of statement? Okay, now you can read that both the file is open in R mode, but the second B is open with class. In the previous video I talk about this with class. Okay, now here also the other difference is I read 10 bytes, not here in this case. So what is the answer for this? Will open in read mode and read 10 bytes. Okay, but it won't be closed because close function not called. We didn't call the close function. Okay, now the second one is using a with class. Okay, open in a read mode, read full content of a file, but file closed once control comes out of with class. This is the difference between a normal open and a file opening with class, right? Now we move on to the next question. Question number 6. Now they are asking you to open a command named hello.txt in append mode. Then you need to write this. This is a simple code. Okay, now I open a file because they say you need to assume it is file open in append mode. So I say A. Then I want to write the content. I add /n at the last because I need to go to the next line. So it will, each line it will be placed. Okay, then I finally close this. So you can try this yourself. Then what is the question number 7? Now this one is related to the question number 6. Okay, Now anyhow I'll show you the demo for question number 6. Okay, now I copy this, I paste here, then I save it, then I run this. Okay, now if you go and look at the directory here, file is created, right? Now we move on to the question here. Question 7 is write a program, Python program to open a file. So used in question number 6, okay, which we saw just now, in a read mode to display content. Then second here is what will be the difference in a file was open in a write mode instead of append mode. Okay, this will be discussed. Now program number 7 is we need to read it. So I just go there. I want to read the file. So I say R, then I read the first line, then this loop will check end of file, then print the content, then again they read the second line. So this loop is continue until the end of line, then it will close the file. Okay, it's a simple program. We saw many programs like this. I save this first, then I enter. Now it reads the welcome to Max. It is a fun place. You will learn and play. Okay, it displays the content. Now we move on to the next. What is the difference between in? So you know this is a difference here. Once again I will discuss. Write mode will overwrite a file if file already exists. If file is there, it will overwrite. But in append mode, it will add if file exists. Okay. Otherwise, okay, this one is if file does not exist, it will create a new file. Right. Now we move on to the question number 8. Now in the question number 8, write a program to accept a string sentence from the user till the user enters end to save the data in a text file and then display only those sentences which begin with the uppercase. Okay, we see this one by one. Now I open a file emp file.txt in write mode, right, and say press enter end to stop the process. Okay, while true, so this loop is going to cycle through up from line 3 to up to 7, right? Then I say enter a string. The user will enter some string that will be stored in the string variable. Then I say string variable to lower, because user may enter uppercase or lowercase. Normally it is a good practice to change the case and check. Okay, then I check it is equal to end. If a user enter end, then I break this. Then if not, then I write the content what a user enter, then the cycle through. Finally I close this object. Now I save this. Okay, now I say to file handling. Again it will ask you. I say Python tutor. Now I say teacher. Then I say trainer. Then I say faculty. Something like this. Now note that here the first character here is capital, here is capital, this 2 is small, and the fifth line is small. So based on that, then I enter end. So this will come out of this loop once, because break statement will be executed, right? Now we move on to the next code. Now this is completed. Then what, save the data in a text file. Okay, now we already saved it, right? Yeah, we saved it, right? No problem. Display only those sentences which begins with an uppercase alphabet. So we need to display only Python, then this first line, second line, and the fifth line, not the third and fourth one, right? Now how to do this? Now I will have a program here. I have written a two codes. Even you can write in a single program also. Okay, I am reading the file in a R mode. Then read the first line. Okay, this will cycle through until the end of file, and this will read the first line, and this will take the first character, which is this P in this line, right? P. Now I check is upper. This is a function in the string whether it will return true or false. If it is upper, it will return true. If it is lower, it will false, right? Now if it is true, it will print that value, right? Then we use a, then again I read the file object dot readline, then this will continue. So this will print only the line starting with the uppercase, right? Finally it will close the file. Now we see this one. It says Python tutor related to file handling, Python tutor faculty, because it begins with uppercase, right? This is our code, question number 8. Now question number 10, define pickling in Python explaining serialization. For that I have provided read from a textbook, right? Now we move on to the question number, the last question. This question is similar to the program provided in your textbook. There they have provided for e-name. There here it is asking for the item number. Okay, there is few difference only, which is similar to a program in 2.8, right? Now we will move on to the code. They have told explicitly that it should be a binary file, right? Enter the file in a binary file. Okay, so I say item.dat, right? Item.dat. I open the file in A for append, B for binary. Then I initialize 1. Then this will print the empty line. This will print the entire items. Okay. While true, this loop will cycle through up to 24. This will cycle through, right? Now I enter record number 1. Then I get the input. Now here item number is a integer, so I convert to an integer. Same thing, item name is a string, so I say I name stands for item name, I number, I quantity. The only thing is here they have told price is a floating point, so I convert this to floating is with the decimal places. Okay, then they told to uh, multiply. Amount is the quantity into price, so I multiply this two, I store it in a variable amount. Then finally I print that value in the console. Then this is a list. In Python this is a list. I store everything in a list. I name and amount is a calculated one. Then item data. Then dump will serialize and store the data in the file, right? This is a data is the list I store in a file, right? Then it will ask, do you want to enter more data? Yes. Okay, if we user enter yes, this condition become false, so again it will going to next record, it is going to enter. Otherwise it will print this, it will break and it will close the file, right? Now we see this one. So it will say enter item, record number, and just this tab is to give a tab space here, just to give a tab here. Item number I say 1, item name I say sugar, quantity 2 kilogram, and 43.5 is my price. then total amount, it will calculate and display the total amount. Do you wish to enter? Yes. Then item number 2, item name wheat, sorry, spell it correctly, wheat, quantity 5, then price 30, then it will display 150. Do you wish to enter more records? No. So now binary record will be created here, right? This one is binary record created here, DAT file. Now the next record is to read the content, right? The question is to read the content. Read the employee, sorry, it should be item record from the file. Okay, then I read the using a with class. With class no need to close. Then I load the information from the file, then I display it, right? Here I mention item data of 0, it will display the first one. First it will read the line and first record, then second record, right? Here the first record is sugar, so I am pointing to, sorry, item number 1. Then this one is item name, item 2, sugar. Then quantity, all those things it will read. Then it will increment the value. Then again it will cycle through until the end of file. Now except if there is any error occurs, end of file error occurs, this except and pass is a reserved word. We use this for the future. If you want to write some code, we use this. Okay, that is the end of this exercise. Now please subscribe, share and like. I have provided both this code and this Word document in the repo link. I have provided the link down below. Okay, in the next video we will see stack. Thank you.